in the stock market. They blamed the pandemic. January 2020, and they came in and they stopped the 31% drop on February and March of 2020. They printed trillions of dollars to buy 10-year treasuries to drop the yields from 190, which caused the 31% drop on the Qs, to 85. Qs, tech stocks, big tech stocks, love low yields. They thrive. When they artificially dropped those, when they financially engineered the yields to go down to 85 basis points from 190, there was a very bright woman on Wall Street. She saw an opportunity. She knew that your FANG stock, the stocks that everybody's in, you know them all, the Qs, Amazon, Google, Apple, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Tesla, all the stay-at-home stocks, AMC Theaters, Shop. She knew that these stocks would go through the roof with yields down at 85, and she was right. And so she started a fund. She put them in a basket, and she was the star on Wall Street. The star. Everybody made 131% return. That was their big. She was the star. Well, guess what happened? The star busted in November. Remember what happened? The Qs, the tech stocks, stopped dead in November. They couldn't go any higher. They tested that November high. That November high was about 400, and the Qs was around 400, and it was around 480, something like that. Okay, 405. They tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. See, the test is always the top. They couldn't break out. When you can't break out when you have a test, it's over. It's going to drop, and it dropped, and the Qs dropped by 22%. That's called a crash. It's not a correction. For the first time since the dot-com bubble, that we had another tech bubble. Well, they were not going to. Are you kidding? You think our owners who control everything, who control the Federal Reserve, who control the interest rates, the yields, you think these people who made so much money over the last 14 years of financially engineering a low yield to make all their money on tech stocks, from the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, to the doctors, to the congressman, everybody made money on these stocks. Well, when it dropped, they panicked. They put in a floor. Now, what's that mean? Well, when they put in the floor, they did the same thing in 2008. They put in the floor. They create an illusion that the crash is over. They print more money, okay? And they get those yields right down there as fast as they can. Well, guess what? They put that floor in, but guess where our yields are? Our yields are at 235. Remember, the crash started, they called it the pandemic. It wasn't a pandemic crash. That was cherry on top of a sundae. But that wasn't the reason. The tech stocks at their 14 years dropped because the yields were nearing 200. When they dropped the yields to 85, that's when they had the explosion. She became a star. Backed off, went down. The Qs down 22%. They put a floor in, dropped rates again. Now, everybody was shorting her, started short her stocks, and she got killed. She went from being a star to a star that lost its light. She was laughed at. So what they did, they saw an opportunity here. Because yesterday, Alibaba bought 25, stock buybacks again, bought $25 billion of their own stock. Had a huge rally yesterday. On that, they used that as the story. Hey, if you have a long horizon, get into these tech stocks. They should have said, wait a minute. The only reason why these tech stocks are going up, because everybody who made money shorting them, like me, I'm going to take my profits now, which moves the stock up. It's not new money. It's the same money. So people started to jump into Amazon. They started to jump into Apple and Google. When yields at 190% dropped these same stocks down 22%, now they're going the other way? All rigged to the upside. It's called short covering. if you have my chart, it shows you, it's a pattern chart. It will stay red. It doesn't turn green. It stays red, warning you that the stock's going up only because the same people who shorted it now are going back and buying it. Which simply means when you short a stock, and let's say you go to George and the stock's at 278, and you think it's going to go down to 120. Well, you say to him, George, let me borrow your stock. I think it's going to go down to 120. And he laughs. He says, oh, no, I'll let you borrow my stock because I think it's going to go up to 400. All right. So he lends me the stock. The deal is he's got to pay me. I can buy that stock that he paid, let's say, $278 for. I can buy it at 160. I can buy it at 120. I can buy it, and he's got to sell it to me, and he takes that loss. So what they did yesterday, everybody went in and said, hey, George, you know that stock, you know Google that we bought from you at $3,000 a share? Okay, it's now down to 2,400. You're going to have to sell it to me for 2,400, and the stock started to go up yesterday. Same thing with Microsoft. Same thing with Nvidia. Same thing with Google. The Qs all going up. Same thing with the stay-at-home stocks, AMC Theater, Shop, all those stocks. DocuSign, PayPal, all started to go up. Why? It wasn't new money coming in. The people who made that deal, like I did, like for example, Apple. When Apple dropped, okay, and had a big drop from as I said, had a big drop starting in, remember, these tech stocks stopped in November. And when these stocks started to drop, the same thing was going on with Apple yesterday. This fund, people were squaring their short positions and taking profit because they know the market's going to go much lower. They know the tech stocks are going to go much lower because tech stocks can't survive at a 235% points yields. It's too high. The proof was back in 2020 January, February when it dropped 31% at 190. So why would we be so lucky to think this market, the tech stocks aren't going to drop at 230%, at 236% when they dropped at 190? So everybody who bought these stocks yesterday and still buying them today, you're going to get clobbered. These are not investments. They're short-term swing trades. I'll explain when I get back. And how do you know the difference? I'll explain when I get back. Join my gang free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang free for 10 days. And what I'm saying, you're going to find out is true. So here's the bottom line. The bottom line, after she made that big move, put all those stocks in that fund, and the market went up 131%. I'm talking about just the tech stocks, 131%. Everybody bought those. And then came November, they reversed themselves because the economy no longer could take higher inflation. We couldn't pay more than 40% increase in gas, 52% increase in food and so forth, and beef. They just couldn't take it. And the reason why gasoline is up and beef is up and everything else is up, because they created that. Wall Street created that. Because by moving these tech stocks up, by going in and intentionally creating the inflation. And the inflation comes from printing of the money to buy the treasuries to drive the yields down to push up the tech stocks. That's why your gasoline's up, your food's up. And why isn't Congress saying anything? Because they're enjoying this big rally too. So what happened was, as the stocks, as the us on November came, it was over. We can't stand more. We can't stand higher gasoline, higher coffee prices, higher beef prices. We just couldn't do it. So they couldn't start selling treasuries. They couldn't keep buying treasuries. If they kept buying treasuries to keep driving up the tech stocks, been going straight up for 14 years, gasoline would be at $12 a gallon. So they had to stop. So what happened, the techs were the first ones to contract. 22%. That's not a correction. That's a crash. Same thing happened with the bank stocks. The bank stocks, when they switched to the bank stocks, that in January. Now remember, in January they said, or November they said, let's switch to the bank stocks. What we'll do is we'll drive the yields up. This time we'll drive the yields up because banks love high yields as opposed to tech because banks make more money. So what we'll do, instead of buying 10-year Treasury yields to drop down the yields to push up tech, we'll sell the treasuries on our balance sheet, the Fed, and when we sell it, the yields will go up and the banks will go up. And so we went from 85 basis points up to 230 basis points, which was great for the banks. So tech stopped, went down. Banks went up. But the banks stopped going up in January. And that's when I said that, Ray, something's wrong. Something's wrong. I said, we're going to have a hell of a correction. Something's wrong. Because these bank stocks are coming back down when yields are going up. And I was right. And so all of a sudden, the S&P drops 14%. The Dow drops 13%. That's when we had our crash. So the Fed panics. They did what they did when they panicked in 2008. They decided to go in and build a base to create an illusion that the crash was over. And how they do that again? They go in and they sold again more and they bought more treasuries. They sold more treasuries to keep the stock. Sold more treasuries to keep the stock yields low to push the tech stocks up. So yesterday, everybody started to cover their short positions like me. So if you made 24% shorting the Qs, and you look and you see that the stock is going up, we know it's only going up because people who shorted have to buy them back. It's not new money. My Pro 2 patent color-coded chart remained red. And the reason it remained red, it tells you that. So you're not getting into a stock as an investment. See, the beautiful thing about my patent Pro 2 was perfect for yesterday. They're telling you to buy these big tech stocks when yields are 200. You don't buy tech stocks when yields are 230%. You buy tech stocks like they did in February, March 2020 when yields are 85. Tech stocks love low yields. High yields is like kryptonite to Superman. So they started to move up, and then they got lucky yesterday. Now remember, this woman who started that fund in February 2020 was the hero who that got credit for all this big stock move. She caught it perfectly. Then she became the bum when they all came down, and now she's the hero again because the big boys made, like myself, I made money shorting Apple. So now I'm going to take my position, and I look, Apple's shooting up. Apple started to go up. Apple started to go up from $150 back on March 15th, and now it's up to $171. But it's telling me it's going up not because new money's coming in. Insurance companies aren't buying it. Insurance guys aren't buying it. Wall Street's not even buying it. Hedge funds aren't even buying it. So why is it going up? It remains red to identify for me. It's only going up because of people like me who sold short, made money selling it short. I have to buy that stock, push it up. So what do? I catch on to that tail. So I know it's going to have a burst to the upside for a short time. So you do what you call a swing trade. So that means instead of investing in stock being in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, a year, your time horizon, not like what he's saying, you don't buy a stock with a time horizon 1 to 2 years, a tech stock when yields are at 200. You do that when it's at 85. So we knew we had a short period of time, 4 to 5 days, to catch that short covering rally, and that's what everybody's doing. But the fake business news networks are not telling you that. They got lucky yesterday. Alibaba goes and buys 35 billion of their own shares to push their 25 billion to push their own stocks up yesterday. And they use that as evidence. It's time to buy tech if you have a long horizon. But if you know anything about tech, you don't buy tech stocks, for God's sakes, when you have yields at over 200%. That was proven in January and February 2020 when the tech stocks went down 31% because the yields were at 190. But they were able to use everybody's short covering, started to move the stocks up yesterday, and they could paint a story when they saw Alibaba come in and they moved it up any further. And people are still today buying the Qs. Today they're buying Amazon. They're still buying Apple. They have no idea what they're heading. My chart shows that it's the wrong move. And the volume shows, volumes are a thing, that for the last 4 days, there's less and less and less people buying. The volume's going the wrong way. It's called a divergence. So the point I'm making is, if you bought tech stocks yesterday or today, they lied to you. It's not for an investment. It's for a 4 or 5 day trade. That's it. And it's going to go back down and you're going to get hurt.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1%? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I've been a member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, what, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang free for 10 days and you'll see what I'm talking about is the truth. We spend more time on teaching our members how not to lose money. That's where it starts. Making money is a piece of cake. Trying to keep it is a difficult thing. Trying not to lose it is because you have a fake business news network that totally lies to you. Okay, their job is to move the stock up. That's it. They don't make commissions when stocks go down. They only make commissions when stocks go up. So, yesterday, my members knew for the last 5-6 days when they bought Amazon, Google, Apple, Microsoft, all the same stocks, Tesla, NVIDIA, the AMC, Shop, all those stay-at-home stocks. They knew it was just going to be for a short-term rally. It's what we call a short covering rally, okay, or we call a swing trade. They knew the most they're going to be in that stock for is 4, 5, 6 days, and you got to get out. Now, what's the proof? When you look on your chart, my Pro 2, those candlesticks stay totally red. The one on my Pro 1, which is designed for swing trades, told us, let's just be in for 4, 5, 6 days. We'll make a nice return on them, and then the stocks are going to come back down. They didn't tell you that yesterday. They told you if you got a time horizon 1 to 2 years, go in and buy these tech stocks now. Same thing they said to you when the dot-com crash. Kramer said the same thing. When the dot-com crashed, we went down about 20, 30%, and they did the same thing. They put in another floor to create this illusion, all right, to stop the stock market from going down. And everybody starts covering their short positions. And when the pros start covering their short positions, stocks going up, the people don't know anything, the tourists, right, they go, oh, I better buy before I lose out. That's what happened yesterday. Still happening today on the big tech stocks. They're buying into high yields, going to kill them. Now, what about the banks? Well, the banks, they love high yields. But remember, the banks stopped going up in January. The tech stopped going up in January because we couldn't absorb any more inflation. What are you going to do, pay $14? Keep the tech stocks going up? Remember, the reason your gasoline's so high and your food's so high and everything's so high is because they kept printing money. That creates the inflation. They print the money to buy the treasury, drop the yields down to push the tech stocks up. So they knew, at least they're smart enough to know, if we're at $5 worth of gasoline, if they keep doing that, by the time November came, they figured gasoline go to $10, so they had to stop. And that's when we had a 22% crash in the Qs. The banks, which are part of the S&P, same thing. They said, let's sell treasuries now off our balance sheet, and we'll move the yields back up to 200, and everybody go buy the bank stocks. They started doing that. They stopped in January. They wouldn't go up anymore. Buyers were gone. Smart money wasn't going to buy those. So they shot those up. And then what happened? All those bank stocks started to come down. And I kept saying to people, listen, this market's going to crash. We're going to have a correction here in both the Qs, and we're going to have a correction in all these bank stocks. Something's going on here, because how can we have yields at 200 basis points and the bank stocks are pulling back? I was right, and I called that, and my members made money shorting, and we had that correction or crash. Q's down 22%, S&P down because of the banks 14%, the Dow down 13-14%, same thing. So now this Kathy Woods is looking like a hero yesterday again. But the fake business network is not telling them the rally is going up for the wrong reason. It's just a short covering rally. It's not going to last long, and the stock price is going to go down. Where's the proof? My Pro 2, it's all red, and the trend, the money trend. We got volume going down as Google and Apple are going up. So it's a death sentence. It was only meant to be a 4 to 6 day trade, and that's what we did. And now it's going to start coming down. There's going to be people are going to be in there, getting in there again today, and are going to get killed. Okay? The only time you should be buying the tech stocks again if they make a new high. If they bypass that November high and the volume's back, then you do it, but not before then. Bank stocks, same thing. If they get back to if the bank stocks can get back to their highs back in January, just look at XLF. My members will be making a lot of money only at that point. Remember, the bank stocks, when we hit, the bank stocks hit in January, hit about a high of $42. Couldn't go up any higher. They came all the way down, went back up, tested again, $42. Couldn't make it in. Came down, they went up, tested again. They went to 40.20 instead. Came down, went up, tested again, went to 38. So every time they tested it, the stock went lower and lower and lower. And that's because there's no energy, there's no volume. So you've been lied to on both the banks and both the both the tech. But if you were with me, you would have taken advantage of these short covering rallies. Another thing they did yesterday, once they saw Alibaba come in and buy 25 billion of their own shares, and they knew they had a good story again, they could get you to buy tech stocks, they get you to buy bank stocks. Are you kidding me? Bank stocks? When I love the high yields, but what they're not telling you is there's an inverse going on. What's that mean? If you go to loan the government right now, would you loan the government 10 years at a return of 2.37, or would you loan the money 2 years at a return of 2.15? Of course, you'd loan them 2 years at 2.15. Why would you loan them at 2.37? I'd go 2 years at 2.15, not 10 at 2.37. That's what they're doing. That's a signal. A crash is coming. That's the strongest signal of all. It's called an inverse. But nobody told you that. Nobody told you that. Anybody tell you that? No. Hey, anybody talk to you yesterday about, remember what I said about China? Remember, I said on January 16, 2018, I said, this is the day the market's going to crash. It's going to take a long time, because we got this QE now, okay, that keeps on they keep on setting in these bases. They keep on putting in these floors. So, but be patient. And I said, we're going to get a crash here, and this was 2018 January, and we got a crash the last quarter, and then we got the crash in 2020. I said to you, it's going to be China that's going to take this market down, and it's going to be the big tech stocks. That's exactly what I said on January 16, 2018. I said, mark this down. And that's exactly what's happened. Then we talked about China. What was wrong with China? China, the biggest problem with China was their construction. The only thing that survives China, that helps China survive and do well, is most of their people are farmers. They finally got them into the city. How they do that? Building cities, city after city, size of New York, Chicago, but nobody lives there. And you have these construction companies that went in to build all these apartments. They're going broke. The biggest one was I keep saying LeGrand. It's Grand. Oh God, I can't think of the name now. It was Grand something. Grand. I don't know. I'll get you next quarter. But they next segment. But so that's the one company. God, I wish I remember the name. Oh, Evergrande. And I said to you, they're going to hold the government will hold that company up for a little time, because they got a bigger problem. It's not just that company. You got 2-3 other companies just bad shape, and they're going to hold those companies up, and they're going to let them cook their books. But they're going to go down. These are all going to go down, and it's going to kill China, because remember, that's where they put their people to work, not just making shoes and hats and stuff like that. A lot of it is from construction, building these buildings in cities that nobody lives in. Well, guess what happened yesterday? Listen to this. Here's what I said to you. Listen to me, what I'm telling. This is when I projected this would happen, and it happened yesterday. They went in, the banks froze, took all the money from Evergrande, and they're hiding $2 billion in an account that they marked as like they were pretending that there was going to be that money came from rental. No, it wasn't. It wasn't coming from rental. They hid it. And so China went in and nailed that money yesterday. Now they're totally broken. They're going to go down. And when I get back, I'm going to play the cut. I said that 6-8 months ago, and I got the cut from back then. I'm going to play it. I predict this would happen. So now that's a big problem for this world market. Not just our economy, but the world, because whatever happens to China happens to everybody else. And this is a big blow. Nobody's talking about it. They're telling you today, hey, buy more tech stocks, when yields are high. You out of your mind? We'll be right back. Join my gang free for 10 days, and you'll see I'm telling you the truth.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com. Warning, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about
With
it.
the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, boydinvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1-900-020.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Okay, so here's the bottom line. If you're a member, you're with me. You made money on the tech stocks that are going up in the last 4 or 5 days, and you made money in the bank stocks going up all for the wrong reasons. But my members know they're only going to be in for maybe 2, 3, 6 days the most. That's it. It's not an investment. It's called a swing trade. So I'm protecting my members. They know not to buy these as investments long term, like they're telling you. If you listen to me, I'm telling you to buy them just as short swing trades. That's all, 4, 5, 6 days. And how do we know that? Because my chart is never wrong. Every candlestick is red. You look at your charts, the regular chart out there. You got red, green, red, green, red, green, 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 red, green, red. No, my chart's patent, the color code, so it says all red to warn you. To warn you the stocks are going up for the wrong reason. But it doesn't mean you can't buy them. You just set your horizon, not like he's saying, 1 to 2 years. Set your horizon for 1 to 2 to 3 days, maybe a week the most, because it's going to come back down. Now, how do we know that besides the color code? The trend tells you, okay? The volume each day, the last 3 days, the stocks were going up, like the Qs are going up, but the volume, which is energy, like gasoline, is going down. If you look at Amazon, the energy is going down while the stock goes up. So when you have a stock going up for the wrong reason, just because of short covering rally, and you're going to stay in as an investment, long term, 1 to 2 years, I'm going to stay in as a trade, and my members is 1 to 2 days, 3 days, 6 days the most, you're going to lose because I'm going to be out in time. And because my chart tells me it's red, and also it shows while the stock's going up, the volume each day is going down. That's called a divergent. So we know we're going to be safe. Now, would I like to see the stock on my Pro 2 turn green and the trend go up and a lot of money? Yeah, absolutely. I would love to see it because I'd love to see Amazon see if it can get higher than its November high of 2021 and fail. And see if it got up to let's say around a high of 3,633 and couldn't make it back to its all-time November high of 3,762, that means it's going to really crash because the test is at the top. And every time they go up to try to test it, and every time it fails, people panic and they sell. It's a panic sell. Get me out. It's not making new highs. Get me out. And it goes down. Would I love to see that? Yeah, but we're not seeing that right now. So yesterday, Kathy Woods, she's the hero again. Everybody's promoting her. Buy these tech stocks again. They're back in favor. Buy the bank stocks. They're back in favor. And both's a lie. Nothing has changed since November for tech, and nothing has changed for banks. January, we have not tested those new highs. So, and the energy, the volume is going down. So there's a higher probability this is a short term and they're going to drop on you. So then they came in and they lied yesterday, made the fake business network and said this is unbelievable.
Consumers in the U.S. are sitting on about $2.5 trillion in cash. We've got low.
Okay, so she's telling you we've got $2.5 trillion cash. Here's what she didn't tell you. Another lie from the fake business network. That's down from $5.5 trillion in cash. See, she didn't say that. Listen.
Consumers in the U.S. are sitting on about $2.5 trillion.
$2.5 trillion. Here's what she should have said. Consumers, after Biden's, all his stimulus, all his bailouts, child tax credits to subsidize your rent if you couldn't make it, subsidize your mortgage payments if you couldn't make it, give you money for your kids. After the rescue plan, American Rescue, American Family Plan, after the infrastructure plan, after bailing out all the brokerage houses on Wall Street and bailing out the weak corporations, okay, we're going to do all that. That's where the savings came from. But when the child tax credit stopped on July 2021, those savings dropped because people were spending the money, and they just dropped to 2.2 trillion. But she don't tell you that.
Consumers in the U.S. are sitting on about $2.5 trillion.
2.5 trillion. No. You should say, but it's down, and it's going to get worse. People don't have the money because their wages, if we take the 40-year high inflation, their wages have dropped 16% because of that inflation. That's why your gasoline's up and everything else. I mean, what a lie that was yesterday. That's a terrible thing to do to people. Like today, terrible. Buy the banks, buy the tech stocks. No, say buy them for what they're doing, a short term. Don't tell people if you got a 1 or 2 year horizon. Of course people have 1 to 2 years. People have 10-year horizons. They want to buy a stock and see you go up for 10, 20 years. Suck them in, why don't you? God, I tell you, it just grinds me, man. So now we just got to sit back and see if and BABA, by the way, if you look at today, BABA's going down again. They're selling into it. Take a look at don't look at the candlestick. Look at the volume bars. Okay? People are smart. They're going to start, they understand why BABA went up was short covering. It's not going to keep going up. If it does, fine. As long as my Pro 2 color code, if it turns green and the trend is back up, we'll buy it for long term. We bought it short term, not long term. So again, it's just people aren't watching volume. Nobody's putting stops in. Everybody buying any of the tech stocks or bank stocks right now, you got to put a stop in. If you bought Apple, for example, if you bought Apple yesterday, or let's say you buy it today, and people are buying Apple today, $171.78. Why don't you put a stop in and protect yourself at a low of 164.91? So if it drops below that 164, that's all you lose. You know exactly how much money you're risking. You never buy a stock unless you know what money you're risking. Nobody ever tells you that. Everything's always glorious, beautiful. It's going to make all new highs. If they do, we'll be there. We'll come in with you. But right now, I'm telling you, I'll sell you my stock that we made it money on the last 6 days because every indicator is going to stop. And we're never wrong. I should say the chart's never wrong. Now, if they create another story and people suck it up and we see the volume go up big time and the stock charts, that my charts turn green instead of red, we're there. Now, so that's another thing they did yesterday. So, and then they're talking about how corporations, the balance sheets of corporations are so strong. That's a bold-faced lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Corporations' balance sheets are getting weaker and weaker, not stronger. Here's why. All these corporations, because they went in and you could buy all your own stock with no interest. You could borrow all the money you want with no interest. So the Federal Reserve would print money for the 5 biggest banks. You know them all: Citi, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley. So they would take that money and they would loan it to corporations. Okay, the corporations go buy their own shares to push their stock up because they're tech stocks. As long as you kept yields low, okay, tech stocks would go up. So the Fed did their job. Those crooks did their job. They screwed everybody, printed all this money. That's why you're paying so much, $5 for gasoline, regular gasoline right here in Sarasota, because they screwed you. Because they want tech stocks to go up. They printed that money that caused the gasoline to go from $1.50 to $5, right? Or $2 to $5. It's the printing of the money to buy the treasuries to drop those yields down so they and their friends in Congress can make money when the market goes up. Like right now, Company stocks are going up because of the war. Congress isn't going to stop the war. Congress isn't going to do anything that's going to help that war stop, because members of Congress are making a fortune with all defense contracts. Are you kidding me? Congress is not there to help Ukraine. They're not there to help us. Never mind Ukraine. They're not there to help us. They're there to help their own pocket. How you think they went into Congress with a net worth of $100,000? They come out with a net worth of a friggin' $100 million or $5 million or $25 million. All right, next. So everything that's going on in the last 2 days, if you're in these stocks and you realize why they're going up, stay with them. Put stops in. Just put some stops in. Please protect yourself. Take some profits. These are short-term trades called short covering. Join my gang. Next to free, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's free, okay? And every day you go into my personal portfolio and you go into the gang's personal portfolio, and we post the stocks from each of our portfolio, say exactly what to do with each stock based on the Pro 2 chart that I'm talking about right now. 10 days free. You'll see if I'm lying or not. Go to Fake Business Network. You want to see a bunch of liars. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit